Every night at the morgue I heard tapping from chamber #7. Until one night, it opened, and something hungry stepped out. I took the graveyard shift at the city morgue for one reason: money. It paid nearly double the day rate, and with no one else fighting for it, I figured it was easy money. The supervisor called it quiet work. Just check the temperature logs, keep the chambers locked, and make sure no one tampered with the bodies. No rush. No noise. No people. I didn't mind solitude, until it turned into something else. It started on my second night. The hallway that led to the back of the storage area always felt colder than the rest of the building. Not by much, just enough to make me notice. It wasn't until I walked past chamber number 7 that I realized the cold was unnatural. The chill didn't feel like faulty insulation. It felt like something that crept into your bones and stayed there. I stood in front of that chamber longer than I meant to. The air around it seemed thicker, heavier. Then I heard it, a soft tapping. Tap, tap, tap. It was coming from inside the chamber. I paused, stared at the metal door, then forced a shaky laugh. Probably just metal contracting, I said to myself. I checked the logs. Chamber number 7 was marked as empty. No scheduled bodies. No pending transfers. Just a clerical error. But the tapping returned the next night. Louder. Closer. It now sounded more like scratching. I leaned in, ear near the door. A shiver ran down my spine. I wasn't imagining it. On the third night, I gave in to the curiosity, or maybe the fear that I'd lose my grip on reality if I didn't look. I unlocked chamber number 7 and slowly pulled it open. Empty. Well, almost. Lying in the center of the steel drawer was a single human femur bone. No tag. No container. It had been cleanly snapped in half, both ends jagged like they had been chewed. My hands trembled as I reached for it, but I made myself log it. I closed the chamber and left early that night. I told my supervisor I was feeling sick. He didn't ask questions. On the 5th night I saw her. At first I thought she was a hallucination, a trick of the eye brought on by fatigue. I was reviewing the temperature chart when movement in the corner of my eye caught my attention. Down the corridor, just past chamber number 7, a figure stood motionless in the shadows. A girl, no more than 10 years old, barefoot, with long black hair soaked and clinging to her face. Her skin was pale, almost translucent, and her eyes were empty. Just black hollows staring into nothing. I blinked. She was gone. Security footage? Corrupted. Every time I tried to rewind the hallway feed, it froze or glitched out. No one believed me. The technician said the camera must be faulty. Still, no one came to replace it. Then came last night. I was alone again. The shift had been quiet, too quiet. I sat in the break room, going through routine paperwork, when I heard the distinct sound of metal scraping against metal. Chamber number 7. I rushed down the corridor, dread growing with every step. The drawer was wide open. The air was colder than ever, and fog began forming around my shoes. And then I saw her again. She was standing by the chamber. But she hadn't walked in. She hadn't arrived. She had been there. As if she had always existed in that exact spot, waiting for me to come. Then, without a sound, she dropped to all fours and crawled toward a body bag that had been left near the autopsy table. I should have run, but I pulled out my phone instead. I had to capture it, prove I wasn't going crazy. What I recorded was inhuman. She tore through the bag, not looking for flesh or valuables, but bones. Her fingers were sharp, almost clawed. She cracked them one by one like brittle sticks. Her teeth, yellow and jagged, tore into the marrow. She chewed and swallowed as if it were the only thing keeping her alive, or undead. And then she stopped. She slowly turned her head toward me. Her eyes met mine, empty, endless. "You're next," she whispered. I dropped my phone and bolted. I didn't grab my bag. Didn't clock out. I just ran. I didn't sleep that night. I stared at my bedroom door until the sun came up. This morning I showed the footage to my supervisor. Nothing. The screen was black. The body bag didn't exist. The chamber was sealed shut in the video. They said I was tired. Overworked. Suggested a short break. Maybe I'd seen something from a movie, and let it get to me. But I know what I saw. And tonight, they've scheduled me again. Chamber number 7 is waiting. I returned. This time I brought a thermal camera, a recorder, and a battery-powered lantern. No glitches. No excuses. Hours passed. Nothing happened. Just as I was about to leave, I turned toward chamber number 7 and noticed it was slightly ajar. Not open. Not closed. I pulled it out. Inside wasn't a body. Not bones. Not the girl. It was a videotape. Labeled in faded red ink, Play ME. I took it to the AV room and plugged it into the old player. The screen flickered to life. It was me, sleeping, tossing and turning in my own bed, filmed from across the room. And beneath the bed, slowly, crawling out from the shadows, was her. The girl. Closer now. Inches from my face. Her mouth opening, bones cracking in her hand. She was already there. Not just at the morgue. She had followed me home. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying tales you'll never forget. If you survive the night.